The reason why I pulled you over, you've been weaving quite a bit.
Well, I know. Because I was eating my...
Okay. Eating while you're driving. Okay. Well, how long has it been since your last drink?
Couple hours.
Okay.
I'm a police officer.
Where you work at?
Hazelwood.
I'm
actually the police chief.
You're a police?
You see that bottom part there? He said, I'm also the police chief. Yes, that's Missouri Police Chief Gregg Hall being pulled over for driving erratically and apparently for eating while he was driving. That's the problem. And yes, he hasn't had a drink in a couple of hours. So he failed miserably at an alphabet sobriety test and also a breathalyzer. Failed. Yet that cop that pulled him over, decided to call a supervisor for some advice because this is a sticky situation. I have a drunk person who's driving, could potentially kill people because I'm an officer and I pulled them over and I don't know what to do. Imagine if he's a 25-year-old person that's driving around. I don't think he would do this. Let's watch more.
Hey, Sergeant. Yeah. Sorry to get you over here, but
anytime.
You made the big bucks, so Chief Hazelwood, he is hammered drunk right now. Yep. Yeah. He's over 2. Yeah. He is hammered. He was dodging sniper fire out there, weaving all over the place.
Is it all on the dash cam?
Yeah.
The driving and all the contacts so far?
Yes. So he just completely butchered the alphabet. So I got through all that, and then.
You got field sobriety?
I haven't done field sobriety yet. Just observations. He's
Yeah, this is a tough day and age, man. You know, when you have they insist on all these electronic things and technology.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start focusing in on the way that they're approaching and talking about this. It's a tough day and age, as you heard in the back there, with this technology and electronics. He's talking about the dash cam because earlier in that same clip, he said, so you got it all on dash cam too, huh? Usually that'd be a good thing. I got the whole thing, bro. I can talk and prove everything that happened. But in this case, it's like, oh, so you got it on camera, huh? How do we get around this? What does that say about their normal approach to things? And by the way, yes, he did fail another field sobriety test, as he said he was gonna give him. He did administer that and he got nothing from it. Let's jump down to SOT number 4, you guys. Because this cop then also approaches the police chief again, not arresting him yet after failing multiple sobriety tests and eating a cheeseburger. But he said, you're putting me in this weird position, man. I don't know what to do. Watch.
I just need you to remember, hang on 1 second for me, sir. Just not able to do this.
You know what? Just talk to Johnny, please. I don't know what to do.
I don't want to. I really don't want. I mean, you saw what happened in Chicago, right? With their chief police, and they look. I'm liable. This is all on camera. How's it look if I don't do my job? I'm gonna be honest, sir. Like, this is a really bad position you're putting me in.
You're putting me, a police officer, in a really bad position by having to arrest, or maybe some kind of form of police work around a drunk person who's driving around in the middle of the night drunk. Drunk. We saw that, it's been proven out. Before I let you jump in, Jackson, he said, the stuff that happened in Chicago really fast. Maybe it was this thing from 2019. Let's look at this headline. He said, former top cop was drunk when officers allowed him to drive home. That's from a watchdog. Crazy how that works, because he's worried they might do that again. So you know what he did? He called a neighboring police chief who also knew this police chief to do the same thing they did in Chicago. Watch.
Chief Nesky is on his way.
Okay.
And he's the top.
He's on his way up here.
He's on his way. And we did our job.
Yeah. I'm fine, like I said. Yeah. It's all being on camera.
Hey.
Nathan, if I take him home, or are you gonna have any issues?
Not at all. Not at all, Chief. I'm sorry to get you out here. I just
No, that's
want to make
okay.
sure.
That's okay, because you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I will take him home. I have known him for a lot of years.
Yeah, it's understandable, and again, sorry to wake you up, Chief.
Nope, that's okay. He and I are gonna have a long talk on the way home.
All right. Yeah. Sorry, sir.
I'll take it. Nope. You did your job.
You guys remember that time you got pulled over for drunk driving and then 4 or 5 cops showed up and they said, "Oh, you put me in a tough situation, Jim. I would arrest you, but I can't. Hey, do you want to call like your uncle to come pick you up and drive you home?" And then your uncle shows up, talks to the cops and says, "Yeah, I've known him for a long time. We're gonna have a long talk on the way home. I'm gonna take him home." Do you remember that happening to you? Because it didn't happen to you. Your ass would be in jail, Jackson.
Well, what I do remember is one time getting pulled over and taken to jail for blowing a 0.0 twice and having to get a lawyer to pay my way out of a DWI that I didn't even qualify for. So I remember that, and I'm pretty fair skinned. I'm not even one of those guys that's like, "Oh, he's black." Like, you kind of got to be a little cultured to know I'm black. You know what I'm saying? So, and I went through that. But first, I want to point out. The chief who came up and picked up the other police chief. Did you see the way he hugged him? Like he stuck his butt out, like one of those friend hugs, like one of those guys, like, "Where my hug at?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I'll get your hug." Like we'll have a long talk with him. But then my favorite part of the video was when they were like, "Sir, are you aware that you were swerving?" He was like, "Yeah, I was eating this. I was just eating." So he had like this huge cheeseburger, like I could have killed people, but my awareness of the situation, that totally makes it fine. Like, I mean, this guy was like slopped. Like he's like, "Yeah, I was swerving, but I have a cheese." But like this guy was gone, and okay, like they were literally treating him like a child. We're gonna have a long talk on the way home, like
a long talk.
But
on the
he's
way home.
part of the brotherhood.
That's exactly. I'm so glad you said it that way. There's this brotherhood, and the cops there, even the ones who are apologizing for asking this guy to come out and take the other police chief home, don't apologize. Don't call him out. How about you just arrest his ass? Pretty simple, straightforward thing. You could have handled this much sooner. But what's more important than any of that, and then maybe doing more police work, is for them to make sure that he doesn't get embarrassed, arrested, have any kind of track record, potentially fired. Whatever consequences that come, just don't come for anyone. I wonder why that is. Really fast, we've been on this long enough, but I want to tell you guys this one thing because graphic number 3, let's start here really fast. Noble says told KMOV that the sobriety tests performed on Hall don't count. They don't count. He says the Missouri law mandates a 15-minute period of observation before a breathalyzer can be administered, and in this case, only 10 minutes had passed. He furthermore claims that the other tests shouldn't have been performed due to Hall's age and weight. Have you heard of that before? And he said it would be impossible for them to move the case forward in this situation.